Aho! Hey everybody, it's a Shmew coming at you. I want to tell you a quick story, man. It just came to my mind as I was walking around out here. Um, Man, I grew up in a small town. Everybody was cousins, man. And you knew everyone's personality and how far you could go and how much you could drink with each other. Back then, all we had was cold beer, man. Cold beer and reefer. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I did not like the marijuana, man, because my cousins would come over and, my dad would be training for days, and he'd leave my cousins, like babysitters. And they loved to drink and smoke some grass, especially one cousin named Mickey. Now, I love Mickey to death. I had respect for him. He was strong. He could play basketball. He took us to go to Joseph's and lift weights. And he always looked out for me, man, and he helped me grow up, man, real fast. He's like, man, your daddy, man, he's chasing damn women, man. He ain't got time for you. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, man, when your daddy comes home, he be going over to Betty Rose's. He be out there in Lumberton. Hell, I even heard he was over there at Carolyn's. I'm like, what? You mean to tell me daddy don't come home sometimes? He be with, yeah, Randolph, what, you crazy? He said, you crazy as hell, Randolph. He's a man, ain't he? I said, damn, I never thought about that. Anyway, so Mickey's like, So anyway, sometimes we wouldn't have nothing to do, and we go out and drink beer. I mean, so much beer, man. My cousin would play these games with me and Jeremiah and Ron. We'd be at the place called Jed's, and we'd be drinking beer out of a funnel. He kind of made us drink it, to tell you the truth, man. We'd be sitting inside the damn building, man, 13 years old, stomach swole as hell, drunk as hell, but your stomach would be hurting so bad from drinking 6, 7 cans of beer with a damn funnel. Nevertheless, that's the kind of shit we did growing up. And this one particular time, my mom and dad got divorced when I was 6 years old. So she lived up in New Jersey. Now, I never went to go visit. Well, my dad would go to visit my mom, but it was a weird visit, man. It was not fun at all. It was quick. It was a quick visit all the time. Well, anyway, when I got to be 13, my dad I'd say, Dad, I want to go see Mom. He said, well, I ain't going up there. And I'm like, what? I want to go. He said, well, I'll get you a damn Amtrak ticket. I remember my first visit to New Jersey, man. I got on that damn Amtrak. You talking about fun? I met this girl on that damn Amtrak named Nabue. We talked for a long time. She apparently was going to visit her people too, man. We had a good conversation. That was my first kiss. We got up and walked around on that train. We went into the damn bathroom, and that girl gave me a kiss, boy, that rocked my world, Bo. I said, dang. Then she gave me her phone number. I called that Nabue girl like 1,000 times, man. She didn't answer the phone, but it was the weirdest. I never really had no good conversation with her ever since. I don't even know why she gave me the number. But I heard kids and stuff. She might have had kids. I was so naive and crazy, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know heads from tails. Nevertheless, when I got to New Jersey, on that train, now, like I said, I used to go on certain holidays with my daddy, but that was not good. But I did meet a good friend of mine at the time. His name Ernest Brown. I'll tell you some stories about him later. But this on one particular visit, I go up there in Jersey to go see my mom. And at the time, she had just moved in with my cousin Valerie, or her cousin, which was my cousin. But I didn't grow up with these folks. But anyway, Valerie lived in this place called Camden. And I'm like, okay. So I go to my mom. She just moved in. And she's like, okay, Randolph, why don't you go outside and play with the fellas? And I'm like, all right. I'm thinking these fellas is just like the fellas I grew up with down home. So I meet this one guy. We out here playing football in the street. And they cursing and rapping, and I'm like, what? Little skinny dudes. I'm like, what the hell? Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the cursing sometimes and stuff. I curse too, but rapping, I ain't never. Nevertheless, so they rapping, and they're like, hey, man, let's go around the corner, man, and get us a beer. And I'm like, what? Woo! Wait, this is right up my alley here. So we go around the corner, and we go to this bar. I go inside the bar. Man, they told me to get my ass out. We're not serving your young ass. I'm like, damn, they ain't friendly like Keith. That's for daggone sure. Anyway, so we go outside the club. Outside the bar. This is broad daylight, and we're standing around the corner. I don't know these guys. I'm like, just met them. So, man, they walked me around the corner, and I'm telling you, this is the guy's honest truth. This one dude pulls out a 45 pistol. That son of a bitch looked like a shotgun. It was so damn big. Put it right to my head. And before I even knew, within a second, all my pockets was pulled inside out like that, like a rabbit. Them boys done robbed my ass. And I said, what in the hell? And he took that pistol, man, and hit me right on the back of the head with it. He didn't hit me hard enough to knock me out, but it hit me hard enough to realize, I said, okay, this is not Lake the Hell Walker. And from that day forward, I went back home, I told Mom, and she said, she didn't say much. She didn't say what I thought she was going to say. My daddy would have sat me down and talked to me about that law for about 2 hours and told me every angle to take. But that was okay. I said, well, I got to figure this place out. And from that day forward, the game changed. The Shmuel was very careful on who I called my friend and who I walked around them corners with up there in Camden. The moral of that story is, when you leave the damn house, them people ain't your friends. These people out here in this world, they aim to do you harm. So always as a man, be on high alert. Make sure you know who, where, and what the hell you doing. And don't drink no cold beers with just anybody. And why don't you, while you had it, wait till you're 21. Aho.